Broham the Wise proudly presents the Broham the Wise 2011 Best of Awesomeness Year Awards. Yeah. So welcome to this very long edition of my vlog, where I'm going to be discussing my favorite things throughout the past year, basically. We're going to talk about my favorite game, my favorite movie, my favorite TV show, my favorite song of the past year. Basically, for anything to become my favorite, it just had to be a thing. It had to exist, for starters. That's a big part of it. It also had to entertain me quite immensely. I also had to be really enthralled or really entertained, or just couldn't get enough of it. So I guess without further ado, let's get this started. Let's get my little mini award ceremony started. All right. So, my favorite game of the year. This was a tough one. This was a really, really tough one for me to pick, because there's a lot of good games this year. A lot of great stuff came out. And I don't mean like just in like the September through November haul. I mean like even back in January and February, lots of games came out that I played and just loved. So this was really hard for me to pick my favorite. But in terms of a game that I played way too much, and it was always fun no matter what was going on, the obvious choice had to be Skyrim. Was just awesome. Skyrim was a great game. It was huge. It was constantly entertaining. I love Skyrim. Skyrim made me a believer in the Elder Scrolls series, so I might actually have to go through and play Oblivion now. Without a doubt in my mind, Skyrim was just fantastic. My favorite movie of this year. Thought about what my favorite movie was this year, and I put a lot of thought to it, the answer became pretty obvious, because there weren't many movies I saw in the theater 3 times.
Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me, all of us under its spell. We know that it's
The Muppets was just, it was just the most fun I had in the movie theater this entire year. Like, I didn't walk away from any other movie just feeling so refreshed and so rejuvenated about everything. I loved The Muppets by all my heart. It was so great. My favorite TV show of the year.
Give me some love, time in a dream. Give me the hope to run out of steam. Somebody said it could be here. We could be roped up, tied up, dead in a year. I can't count the reasons I should stay. One by one, they all just fade away. I'm tired of
When it came to picking my favorite TV show there, it was kind of a tough choice, because my gut instinct was to go with Community. But I can't deny what some people are saying is right. Community has gone on a downhill slope. I still love the show. It's still one of my favorite shows, but it's not the show it once was. So I had to stop and I had to think what my favorite show was of this past year. It wasn't an easy choice, but I think I made the right one. it's a shame it took me this long to get into Parks and Recreation. Parks and Recreation is amazingly funny. It's such a great show. So good. Everything about Parks and Recreation is almost done right. I understand why some people wouldn't like Leslie Knope, because she's a lot like Michael from The Office, but if you get really into that show, Leslie Knope is amazing. Parks and Recreation is hilarious. It's just all around good. All around good. My favorite song of the year.
All your rockers in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. All your rockers in the house tonight.
This wasn't really a fair competition because if there's a new Boston CD, it's gonna be a Boston song. That'll be my favorite song. It just wasn't fair.
And tragic. The magic of you. The magic of you.
My favorite song from that CD, however, was The Magic of Youth. The Magic of Youth it's a great song all around. It's got a great message, it's got a great rhythm, it's got a great beat. It's awesome. Fairness. It's hard for me not to like the Bosstones. I've absolutely, like, they've stuck with me. I love them so much, so it's not really fair, but it's just how I feel. So hey, this is my list. If you want a different song, go pick a different one. But in reality, there were a lot of other great songs this year. That's not to say that like only good songs are Boston songs. There's a lot of great ones that I loved this year. So this would have been a tough pick if it had been for the Bostons. Yes, that is my list of favorite things of 2011. Before this video ends, I would just like to say a quick thank you to all of you who stuck with me throughout the year 2011. And a long year, in reality. When I think back on it, a lot happened this year. So I thank you all for sticking with me, and so hopefully 2012 will be just as awesome as 2011 was, and I will see you guys then. So that's all for me this year. Broham the Wise / Jeff out.